What is up, guys? Once again, welcome back to the Unfiltered journey. Alright, now over the past few months, one of our clients selling his trading bot just by going virality and some funnels, some emails and stuff. He generated, at least we helped him generated close to 300k in revenue selling through what? A trading bot. And guess how much that costs to build up? It cost $2,000, and we ended up selling those for 300k plus. Obviously, I just consulted him on how to position it, the marketing behind it, the brand, how should we position it. I did not in any form hop on a sales call and try to sell it. That one is for some other story, which we scaled his consultancy business from around $300 per month to $500 per month, all the way up to close to 20k in under 2 months, right? And it's still currently going. But besides that, it's me just reflecting back on this journey of me 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point, coming to the States as an immigrant with close to zero English, how I was able to go from zero English, little to no business knowledge, all the way to 5 years later, 4 years later, helping clients generate the 300k in revenue. It is so absurd to say. And I could just say that, hey, the hard work paid off a little bit, but I just want to hop on the very beginning, all right, just to improve the story and hopefully you guys can sort of see where my position is, the way I talk, why the way I talk this way. All right, it all started 4 years ago, 2021, 2022, when I first moved to the States. Before that, I used to be an appointment setter, setting appointments for my soon-to-be co-founder back then, all right, which we will touch on later. I used to be an appointment setter, seeing that, hey, I wanted to go into the agency route. But I see that all of those agency owners, they are from first world countries like the US or the UK or even people in Australia. So I was like, me being a third world country, me being a people in a third world country, I don't think there's any way for me to build a business online, which is utterly not true at all. Okay, with this internet thing, you can do this in India, you can do this in the Philippines, you can do this in the States. Wherever you want to do it, you can do it. Obviously, it is ideal to surround yourself with people who want to go where you want to go. You want to be in like a winning herd. And where can you find people who are in a winning herd? Probably first world countries most of the time, all right? So that is where you find a winning edge. But I digress. I started as an appointment setter, earned my first $60 USD, converted to Malaysian was like 200 plus. Yep, 200 plus ringgit as an appointment setter. To me, as a 12, 13-year-old, that is insane amount of money. Just by typing on a keyboard, just by knowing somebody, helping him go through the sales process, I get 200 ringgit for selling that. I was like, I can do this all day. I can do this all day. But then 1 year later, I was fortunate enough to move to the States. My parents were so excited. They've been working on this opportunity for 20 plus years with them working through Intel. Intel right now is in some pretty unique position, but let's keep that aside. They work for Intel. Intel saw their dedication. They saw that, hey, there's an opportunity for my parents to move here. And when my parents decided to move here, they decided to bring us, their kids, along as well. So here we are, 2022, I moved to the States. Once I moved here, I'm telling you guys, the amount of stuff I went through. Actually, before that, let's go through this. When you're in a third world country, you are someone who is hunting for opportunities. You want opportunities to land on your lap so bad. I've been someone who has been in third world country, right? I was not born into a wealthy family. Obviously, I have family members that are quite rich in a sense, so I've seen what real wealth looks like. I've seen what the middle class looks like, but most importantly, I've seen what the lowest upon lowest of class looks like within Malaysia. With this immigrant mindset, you know that, hey, your life is totally in your control. Where you are at your life is totally and utterly based on your past actions and past experience. You are poor right now. It's probably your mind, that the beliefs that you have within your mind that cause you to become poor. If you're fat right now, it's probably the belief that, hey, going to the gym is not serving me good, or people is going to judge me in the gym. Well, that's utterly not true at all. Those beliefs are not beliefs that will support you. Okay, but back to the point where those people who are from third world countries that move from third world countries to first world countries, the reason why they're so successful, I believe, is because, and I feel qualified to say this because I'm from a third world country myself, we are so hungry for opportunities, guys. And once I moved here, you literally see people working a dead-end job, 9 to 5, for an Intel company. My dad was a bright guy. He is super smart. He worked for Intel 20 plus years. With his exact skill set, when he first moved here, he literally got like upgraded another level because of who he is and his skill sets. Why did he not being upgraded at the max level when he was in Malaysia? Because there's only up to a certain peak where a Malaysian or a third world country people could go up to. There is a certain threshold where you could not go to the next level. Imagine you play basketball. Imagine you do multiplication on maths. But let's go back to the basketball analogy. Imagine your coach just limit you to just do layups. You have done the layups 10,000 times. You have sort of perfected the layups. When you want to learn a new layup, a new skill, maybe shooting, jump shot, your coach limits you because your limit is just a layup. That is the case where my father is. And that is the case, I realized it too. There's like people, bright people, they want opportunities, especially in third world countries. But the sad thing is that they do not have it. And that is why I believe that when people from third world countries, entrepreneurs you see, that move to first world countries, they're so successful because of one thing. They hunt for opportunities and they have grit. They have seen what opportunities look like. They have seen what having opportunities look like. And they have seen what not having opportunities look like. And for me, for my example, when I moved to the United States, okay, well, from Malaysia, you know, I used to watch those movies like those love stories on TV. You see those little beautiful blonde girl with those beautiful blonde guys. There are some crazy love stories. You grow to put America at like a pedestal. You tend to put people within first world countries at a pedestal. At least that is for me and from my perspective. And when you put stuff on a pedestal, you will do everything on your favor to hopefully match the level in which your pedestal is matching at. For example, if you're friends with Kobe Bryant, you see the level in which he's playing basketball. Knowing that you're friends with him, or knowing that you're competitive, you're going to try to fight so hard, to train so hard to match his level. That is what I essentially did. I placed people, especially in the United States, high threshold, high pedestal, that I thought that, hey, people who are in Malaysia, who are smart, hardworking, have the same type of values, would be translated to the States, but double the standard. American people would be amazing, double or triple the amazing ability that my Malaysian friends has. But what I came to realize when I got to first quarter of school is that that is utterly not true. What I saw literally shocked my eyes. It gives me such a reality check, if you may. Because I literally see people being so lazy, the way they speak to themselves, they don't go to the gym, they're not taking, like, they're just waste. There's no way I could put it in a sense that would make you guys feel this. But if there is one word, it's gonna be utterly waste of potential. I literally see this, like, I cannot imagine why, guys, there's opportunities here, building a personal brand, building businesses. Why are you guys not taking the opportunities? Even if you guys are not building that, why not work on your body? And when I hear those people talk, they're like, oh, girls, this Friday I'm going to go to this party. Are you guys coming? Oh, you guys are late. I'm like, come on. You guys live in the first world country. You know how much opportunity there is in this first world country? And by the way, do you know how much people in the third world country wants the opportunity that you have, that you're slaving away, that you're not taking full advantage of? That is what pisses me so much off. It literally pisses me off that people that don't take their potential to the full level. It's like, why? Why would you settle for less when your human potential is so uncapped? It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm literally fired up filming this video because me thinking back 3 years ago, came in here with no English. I literally got made fun of people from school. Think about this. You grow up from a from a third world country, Malaysia. You put people in first world countries at a pedestal. But then that exact same people that you put on a pedestal, when you try to network with them, you try to talk to them, they made fun of you. Imagine how much you would, how resentment you feel, how betrayed you feel. It's like, it literally broke my heart. And from that day on, I was like, screw it. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. Everything that happens, I told myself, everything that happens is because of me. The way I'm fat, because why? I did not work out. Why did I speak English not fluently back then? It's because I did not practice speaking. I did not read enough books. Why am I essentially not rich yet? Why? Because I haven't consumed enough business knowledge. It's literally what you put in that yields the outcome. You want the outcome, look at the input that you have put in. If you have not put in the input, do not expect reality to bend in your favor. If you have not put in the input to make reality bend more in your favor. Okay, so I literally just like pull out my sleeve, all right. I'm gonna put my head down. 3 years, I gave myself 3 years. I'm doing nothing but just focus on myself. 3 years went by like time flies just so much. I focus on myself, and I encourage you guys to do the same. Focus on yourself. Put all the importance to yourself. Sometimes, now there are some exceptions, because right now as I'm filming this, it's my sister's birthday, and I was so dialed in today that I essentially forgot my sister's birthday. I'm supposed to go back to go visit her, but man, I just feel so bad. But I promised her that, hey, when she's 18, she's currently 10 years old, but when she's 18, I promise her that, hey, when she's 18, she's gonna be able to celebrate her birthday. If she has a boyfriend, he can come over in a beautiful freaking big mansion on a huge table with private chefs. That is the promise I made to her, and I just felt so bad of not going back, right? Man, I just feel so bad for my sisters. But there is some point where you do not want to neglect, right? Yes, put your head down to work, but sometimes families play a much important role to you. How many times can you go through people's 10-year-old birthday? She's gonna be 10-year-old once. January 15th, when she's 10 years old, only happens once in her entire lifetime. And I miss out on that. I feel so bad as the eldest brother. But back to the topic. Put your head down and work, guys. Like literally, guys, I wanted girls, I talk to girls, they literally look at me in a weird way because of maybe the way I talk, maybe my vibe. So I literally felt so bad. So anyways, jokes aside, just focus on yourself, guys. Literally just go to the gym. You want to learn copywriting? Read the Boron Letters. Read Copywriting Secrets. Read Dan Kennedy's book. You want to learn sales? Practice. When you go to sleep, imagine yourself talking to a prospect. This is literally what I did. When I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I would imagine myself talking to a prospect, right? If you can imagine things, you can achieve it. Right now, I don't consider myself a salesperson, but I have the sales ability off of all the years selling. Talking about selling, I'll go into that, which remember how when I was appointment setting in Malaysia for that CEO, later on, when I moved here, I eventually partnered up with that CEO to start a real estate agency, which I will go over in a little bit. But back to the point about sales, right? We want to get better at sales. Imagine yourself speaking to a prospect at night. You want to get better at talking. Practice, right? How do you speak clearly? First of all, your thoughts must be clear. You want to speak about articulation. Boom. Step 1, step 2, step 3. What are the 3 steps to become good at articulation? First step is your mind must think clear. Second thought, your words have to be bright, have to be concise. And thirdly, you must present it in a way that makes sense to people. Okay? The way, your tone, your body language. You see how my hands move. Okay? And there's also another tip that I've learned quite recently. If you want to improve in your continuity of your words, you just want to think about, for example, this calculator, because I was doing some math earlier. Calculator, books, camera, photo, engine, boom, bus, sky, fire, tree, boom, bing, camera, perfume. You see how words just come out of my mouth instantly? I reduce the friction, I reduce the time within thoughts to words, and that is also a way to improve your articulation as well, right? I think I've gone a little bit too far from the topic, but back to the mindset of the immigrant entrepreneur, right? After I moved here, I started the real estate agency with my co-founder. Obviously, because of my accent, I decided to, hey, I'll just sit down in sales. when my co-founder is doing those sales calls, I will be on there. I will see how good he is at sales, and I would learn from there, right? I would literally watch his recording and break down, okay, at this part he says this. Okay, on this part, when the prospect says this, he asks this question to make the prospect realize what he's missing out on. Okay, he made the prospect realize that, oh wow, you gain this feature by just asking this question, this particular question that changes how you're prospecting. It is just amazing. And throughout that process from 2022 to the sort of the end of 2023, a little bit start of 2024, which is last year, we ran a real estate agency. Off of that 3 years, me being a co-founder, all of the operations, we generated close to 80K, all right? And our top month was close to around 7.5K, and this was in UK money. It was in pounds, right? And so monthly, we were doing around averagely 5K, 6K. Our peak was at 7 point something K, right? Throughout that 3 years from 2022, end of 2022 to start of 2024, we ran that real estate agency, right? It was such an amazing experience. But the thing is that, hey, with real estate, some stuff grew old, right? You got enough with talking to old people, not knowing what social media is, not knowing what Facebook ad is, right? What we were doing, if you guys are curious, is building out their cold calling department, right? You know how real estate agents will cold call people? We removed that friction for them to cold call people and instead outsource to Brazilian people, outsource to Filipinos people who are good at talking in English, right? Another thing that you guys should think about is that, hey, in order to make your offer valuable, you have to make your offer frictionless, less friction, make it faster, and make it less risk for them. If you can just engineer your offer with these three principles, you're gonna make it good, okay? Now back to the point. Why did we decide to shut down then? After 3 years, after 2 years of such an amazing operations, client churn was at like what? Very few, because they would just, that is just so sticky. When the real estate agent sees that, okay, today 500 call went out, they're like, oh wow, this stuff actually would work. They see leads go through the pipeline, they see, oh, boom, this house just got sold. Wow, I love you guys. They stick for months upon months. But then there's one big killer of the company, which is what? Which is the AI dollar, Air AI. I would never forgive that company because that literally ended all of our stuff. It literally ended us all. So we decided to shut it down, and I took a quick 3 months break, and from that, actually I digress. When I first started with my co-founder, there's one important thing I forgot to mention. Hold on, let me charge my computer real quick. There's one part I forgot to mention, which is I decided to use my Malaysian money that I got through appointment setting to invest in a mentor. Oh my gosh, was that the most unprofitable move that I could make. Essentially, in a way, I got scammed. But the good stuff is that I learned what to not do. I learned that, hey, content is important. I learned that, hey, sales is not the end all be all. You have to be a good product person. I learned all of this stuff. He guaranteed me 9 clients. I did all the stuff that he told me to do. 100 cold calls per day, 100 DMs per day. Did I got 1 client? Yes, we did, but it's nothing. That client left after 1 month. And he told me to, hey, run paid ads for them. Like old people in UK, they don't even know what a Facebook ad is. They know Facebook, they don't know what a Facebook ad is. But they know that cold calling works. So I was like, okay, those old people, they have money. Why not just sell them what they want when they have the money? So I'm like, cool, cold calling it is, you know? So we did that. That was great. I didn't like that guru. Right now, I just checked it out yesterday. He's nowhere to be seen. His last post was 2024 June. I'm like, man, some people in this online days, they just aren't there. One thing I'm super grateful for is Iman, right? He's just consistent every single time. I just broke down his event life, and I'm just so grateful for him. I'm just so grateful for him to be consistent. His mission too. I'm just so grateful. Now let's go back to the AI killing my company. AI killed my company, and so I took 3 months off. Decided to start scaling info.io, and I bought that domain off of a premium price to scalinginfo.io. Whew, beautiful name. Whoever is in the info space, you can never compete with me. I'm just ferocious. ego aside, okay? Sorry, ego aside. Is that I realized that, okay, why would I want to even start this mission? Based on my immigrant mindset, immigrant play, got scammed before, right? Learn how to articulate, learn to conquer all of those fears. Why would I want to start this company? And the reason for that is really simple. I remember the part where I got scammed. Remember that part? I decided that, hey, with this info, scaling info, our mission is to make every single info product life-changing. How do we make that? We partner with real top-notch creators. Not just top-notch creators, but creators who are real, genuine, and really walks the talk. Okay, not just some influencers who are just there for some get-rich-quick scheme. No, absolutely not. Right now we partner with Kino. He generated 300K, and the bots that he sold, it was genuinely good. I saw it. I saw people make profit for it, so I'm happy for that. Another thing is his mentorship. Sell people, 95% of the people was absolutely satisfied. So currently we still have a 95% success rate. In terms of the creators that we work with, we have around a 80% success rate, because there is my first creator. He joined me. I didn't know what I was doing when I was working with this creator, so he dumped me after a week, right? But now that I'm knowing what I do, aside from that, we have 80% win rate for ourselves, for our clients, as well as for our clients' clients. They have 95% success rate, which is something I'm super happy about. You know how people would launch an offer and they would say, I generated 40K per week launching this offer. Everybody could do that. This is just some made up numbers. They literally print money from thin air. But what you cannot do is deliver a real impact to people. You know what's a bigger flex than I generated 40K per week? The bigger flex is literally I impacted 95% of the people who joined this program. I impacted their life in a positive way. I quote unquote changed their life. I taught them the new way, which is more of the profitable way. That is such a better flex than I generated 40K within a week. We literally generated 300K off of just going viral and a structured sales funnel as well as emails. I've seen what 300K per month look like, and it ain't much. Truly, it ain't much. There is people who are doing 5 million per month, and wow, when I just think about $5 million per month, I think about the sweat that went into it. I think about the critical thinking that went into it as well. All of those stuff. Wow, this is some people that just built great things. It just inspired me so much. I'm just grateful for them to not waste the opportunity that they have when they're in a first world country and build something great. I'm just inspired by, those great builders. Like, I'm genuinely happy for them. I don't know why. When I see people build something great, I'm like, wow, let's go. You're not wasting your opportunity. I love that. And so we started scaling info.io. We're currently looking to acquire more clients. But with that aside, I will say, guys, the best marketing, the best sales is just to develop a good product. Why did I buy this MacBook? Was it because of the marketing? Was it because of the branding? Yes, brand might do a little play. But with branding, the product backs up the brand. If I buy this because of the brand and it broke after 1 week, then it means that is not a good product. And when that is not a good product, it will not build the brand because the product is not good. So everything just goes back to the product that you sell, the infrastructures that you sell, if you may. Okay? So with that being said, look at those software companies. Why do people sell software? So focused on the product launches. Once they focus on product, they focus on the MVP, then they go market. But they first start with the product. Why? Because without product, you are nothing. Without winning product that delivers real tangible results, that has enterprise value, it means nothing, right? So please, guys, I urge you guys, use this mentality, the ferocious mentality, up and down the standards, to not only work on yourself, to not only take opportunities, but to go to the next level, and most importantly, deliver results that actually changes people's life. Okay, please do not scam people. Please be authentic. Please make your intentions clear. Okay, be true to yourself. All right. So with that being said, always deliver great product. Be ferocious, up and down the standards. And this episode is a long one, but I'm gonna keep doing me. But with that being said, that is a wrap for the Unfiltered journey. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, guys. Bye.